Hello and a warm welcome to Federal's special program, Capital Beat. Several MPs of the India Bloc parties, including Congress Parliamentary Party Chairperson Sonia Gandhi, today protested in Parliament House complex against the Election Commission's voter roll revision in Bihar and demanded its rollback as well as a discussion on the issue in both houses. In fact, the protests in SIR have been taking place since the time the Parliament session began. But a very interesting tweet has been put out by the Election Commission. It raises several questions on the people who are questioning SIR. Now, take a look at this tweet, if I may show it to you. The Election Commission of India questions its critics, saying the Constitution of India is the mother of Indian democracy. So, fearing these things, should the Election Commission, getting misled by some people, pave the way for some to cast fake votes in the name of deceased voters? Voters who have migrated permanently, voters who've got their votes registered at two places, fake voters or foreign voters going against the constitution, first in Bihar and then in the entire country. These are the questions which are asked by the Election Commission. Now, isn't the authentic voter list being prepared by the Election Commission through a transparent process, the foundation stone for fair elections and a strong democracy? On these questions, sometimes or the other, all of us and all the citizens of India will have to think deeply, going beyond political ideologies. And perhaps the most appropriate time for this essential thinking for all of you has now arrived in India. So basically, they have justified the SIR, and in a way, indirectly, they are saying that the people who are raising questions, those questions are not right at this point of time. So they are not wanting to answer any questions. Isn't this almost a repeat of what former CEC Rajiv Kumar exactly had said when people were raising questions on the voter turnout? They were raising questions on Form 17C. It's exactly the same play out what we are seeing right now in the middle of Bihar elections, how Election Commission is responding. Now, just about 2 hours before, Election Commission had put out another tweet, but that was from the Chief Electoral Officer in Bihar. Now, this is very interesting. Look at this. CEO, 38 DEOs and EROs of all 243 assembly constituencies have pointed out that as per SIR order at page 3, paragraph 75, any elector or any recognized political party will get 1 month time from 1st August till 1st September to get names of any eligible voter included if left out by BLOs, BLAs, or get names of any voter excluded if wrongly included by BLOs and BLAs. Now, this is what the tweet which has been put out just about 2 hours before. So where is this SIR controversy headed to? And looking at the things, the way it's panning out on the ground, there's utter confusion and chaos. All eyes are now would be on what Supreme Court says on 28th of July. But there's a lot of politics as well. And very interestingly, yesterday, JDU MP Girdhari Yadav had said that SIR is being imposed upon us. So that was one statement. Then there was another MLA from Parbata, Sanjeev Kumar. He also said that there are a lot of problems coming in the way of SIR, a lot of migrant laborers. How will they come back from their respective places just for this exercise? So these questions are being raised by JDU as well. So which means there is unease within JDU, but they've not been speaking. But strangely, Girdhari Yadav and Sanjeev Kumar yesterday spoke on SIR. Try and make a sense of what's happening on the SIR protest and what we saw in Parliament today. If you heard the slogans carefully, India Bloc leaders said that SIR down, which means they are indicating a rollback in a way. Can that be really possible? So we'll try and ask all these questions. Joining me this evening is Javed Ansari, senior journalist and political commentator. Thank you so much, Javed, for joining. We have Ashok Mishra, senior journalist and political commentator from Patna. Let me begin with Ashok Mishra because there's a lot of politics, and I'll come to you straight on what Girdhari Yadav and Sanjeev Kumar yesterday said. Now, if there is a growing sense of unease within JDU, is Nitish Kumar agreeing to what Girdhari Yadav and Sanjeev Kumar have said yesterday about SIR? Or they are okay with the SIR? Yes, Ashok.
No, the entire JDU is not okay with SIR. as you have said, and Girdhari has made it public in the outside Parliament and inside Parliament too. Here is Sanjeev Kumar has already spoken against him. See, the basic thing which Girdhari pointed out is that he gave the example of his son who is studying in US. How can he come and sign those documents? How can he come and verify those documents? It has to be forced by someone in Bihar, someone by his father, by his men in Bihar. So this is the basic document. If you want to have such kind of exercise, such kind of intensive revision, you should have given some time. This is what he said. So he said, no, it's not possible. It's not possible. Similar contention was made by Sanjeev. Sanjeev also said that the many people in Bihar, especially those who are the JDU voters are mainly extremely backward caste people, Dalits, and backward caste people. So they are facing tremendous problem in furnishing those documents which is required by the Election Commission. Now, what Election Commission says, no, there is no issue. Submit your form, give it to the BLO. They are already claimed that 94 odd percent have been forms have been submitted, and process is on. So, but the serious problem lies with those people who have no documents. You never know. Even today, till today, I'm right now in assembly, and the assembly is in turmoil for the past 4 or 5 days. And I was talking to some colleagues, I was talking to some MLAs, and all of them said, no, the election commission, when you go to the site and see what is the status of your application, if you are submitted, they will say no. The election commission site says that contact your BLO. Many cases I have come across, if I talk to 10 people, 7 or 8 out of them said no. They are saying that contact your BLO. So what is the status of my form if I have submitted? Number one, there is no clarity on the status of the forms they have those who have submitted. Number two, those who have no document, the BLOs are doing it on you. They are doing it on their own. So there is no possibility. There is very serious doubt whether their names will continue on the electoral roll, new electoral roll, which will be published in September, or their names will be deleted. Officially, the Election Commission has said 18 lakh people have been found to be dead. Nearly 36 lakh people have double voter I-cards. So there are 2-3 categories like this, and overall 50 odd lakh people are supposed to, their names are supposed to be struck out from the electoral roll. In this situation, the opposition has no other, tool or method but to protest in the parliament, in the state assembly, in parliament, or on the streets. They have done it on the streets. They have raised it in parliament. They are raising it in Bihar assembly for the past 4 days. The opposition parties, the opposition MLAs and the leaders are wearing black, kurta, black. They are wearing black so to protest the SIR. Today it was surprising that while the JDU leaders are, agitating over it, they are saying, no, we are also being affected by it. Senior leader of the JDU today clarified, replying to the question of Tejasvi Yadav, leader of opposition, who raised this issue after 2-3 days of turmoil in the House. So the senior leader, the minister, he says that no, there is nothing. There is the election commission. There is a clarity on part of the election commission. There is no controversy. There is no, but he assured that no names will be struck from the electoral rolls if they are genuine, they are found to be correct, and even if they are staying outside Bihar, their names will be included. So this is the promises, assurance he has made in the House today, a senior minister, not the chief minister. But on the ground, the situation remains the same. People are apprehensive whether my name will, whether their names will remain on the electoral roll or not. There is no other way out. I don't find there is other way. Tejasvi has just said one thing. It's being, the situation is being aggravated to the level that the Tejasvi has to say, has to claim, has to say that, rather threat that they can even go to the extent of boycotting the elections, the next coming
Okay, so
state
that's
assembly
interesting. You are
elections.
saying that
So he had said,
no, no, but you are saying that Tejasvi can go to the extent of boycotting elections.
yeah,
Ashok,
he's saying that we will start. Whether he will do it or not, I am not sure. But they say
okay,
that we will have to do it. This is what he said. But he
right,
also said that the
no, but
opposition will have to repeat it in the other states also. If we
right.
want to fight out the electoral,
Absolutely. No. So,
yeah,
Javed, how difficult that's going to be for the India bloc parties to completely boycott election? Because it's like a threshold moment. They are seeing that the votes are being stolen. There is enough proof on the ground to show that there's a lot of fraud happening. Courts, I don't know how responsive they will be or any conclusive thing the courts might say. I don't know about that. That's going to happen only on 28th, or maybe from there on, the hearing will start. But then a lot of time will have got lost because the dates are approaching around the corner when the election commission will announce the dates. So how difficult that's going to be for the India bloc as well to boycott elections.
It's not an easy option at all. It's a very difficult one. While most of them are on the same page as far as the dangers emanating from this SIR are concerned, they are far from reaching a consensus on whether or not they should boycott. That's why Tejasvi is also weighed his words. He says we may contemplate, we may think of the Mahagathbandhan, may think about boycotting this election. For that, the RJD, the Congress, the left parties, CPIML, everybody will have to come together. And other states will also need to follow this. Akhilesh Yadav in UP has been very vociferous and very active in mustering support, as is Mr. Stalin, even Mamta. All of them fear that today it's Bihar, tomorrow it could be their case. But like I said, it is still not. They still haven't reached the point where they will decide on a uniform. I don't think much will come out of this unless they can up the ante, unless they can do something like what Tejasvi Yadav has been suggesting. At least make an announcement. If all of them get together, forget
But do
who
you
will be prime minister, forget who
right?
will be prime minister, who will be what after. At least on this limited point, they must all come on one platform and muster public opinion. Unless there is pressure from the ground, nothing will move, not even the courts. Just imagine the absurdity of the situation. The basic premise of this revision is that there was much that was wrong, that there were fake voters, that there were foreigners who had enlisted as voters, etc. So if that is true, then all those who have been elected on their votes, they are all a part of the electoral roll. Therefore, that whole all those who've been elected, the entire lot of MPs from Bihar and the MLAs, of course, their elections will be out announced any day now. But by that logic, then all these people should quit their seats. They should be declared invalid because they were all elected on the basis of votes cast by foreigners, allegedly by foreigners and by illegal voters. So then, by that yardstick, everybody should just quit. And the majority of the MPs and MLAs are from the JDU BJP combined. So let them take the lead.
Javed, I also want to understand from you that what is stopping the India bloc parties from upping the ante? Are they thinking that 28 July, let's wait till 28 July, maybe the courts say something? Are they waiting for that? Or is there any other hesitation in their minds that what if we take this drastic step of boycotting the elections? Because this is like, not going anywhere behind then. They can't step back. After boycotting the elections, they will have to boycott elections in other states as well, as you said. So what is really the hesitation in the minds of the India bloc parties?
Because it's a huge step. And once you announce a boycott, you can't. I mean, they'll have egg on their face if they go back and start contesting the elections. And not contesting elections, giving the BJP a free run for 5 years has its own consequences. Each decision has consequences, and they need to weigh the pros and cons before embarking upon such a serious step. It's one thing to make an announcement or to it's one thing to entertain the possibility. It's quite another to put it in action. And I know from experience that it's never very easy. When the entire opposition banded together under the banner of Janata Dal, they all rebelled against the Rajiv Gandhi-led government, and they quit just a couple of months. They quit Lok Sabha just a few months ahead of the elections, even to make that happen. And there was a tremendous upsurge from the ground. There was a lot of support for Janata Dal. The Congress fortunes were ebbing. Yet to persuade people to do that took a lot of doing. So therefore now, abhi to elections are just too far, except for the Bihar elections. So it's a very serious, very big step, and there will be consequences, and they need to weigh that.
Right. But also, Ashok, that, will JDU speak out? Will Nitish Kumar speak out? Forget what Girdhari Yadav has said, or Sanjeev Kumar have said. Will Nitish, if he speaks on SIR, could that make a difference? Or still the BJP and the Election Commission will go ahead with what their plan is?
Well, Nitish Kumar had yesterday in the House. Nitish Kumar made a reference about it while he got agitated on some issue when the RJD and the opposition was, agitating inside the House. They had entered the well of the House and shouting slogans against the government, against Nitish Kumar. So in that, in course of that, he spoke something about it, and he just said that nothing wrong is being done. This is one line he said about SIR. And faltu ka issue bana raha hai. This is what he said. And then he started, alleging so many, making so many allegations against Tejasvi Yadav, making abusive, I will not say abusive, but not intemperate language against Lalu Prasad Yadav, Rabri Devi. Your father did that, your father. I'm saying father, but he said Mara Pita. So Nitish Kumar had just made one statement: everything is fine, nothing wrong in SIR. But officially, so far, apart from this statement, nothing has come out of Nitish Kumar. Nitish Kumar, in fact, I could see that today was the last day. In fact, today was the last day of this assembly session, and an outgoing chief minister. This is opportunity when an outgoing chief minister says that we have done these things. He will enumerate the good things he has done in the 5 years, and he will delineate on the future plans of his party if he's elected, coming back to asking the voters to vote for him once again. So this was the occasion. He is not in a position to do that. In fact, Tejasvi made a point by saying that you are stealing my issues which I have raised in the past, and now you are announcing it. So this was Nitish Kumar is not in a position. What the JDU, the ruling party, did was Vijay Kumar Chaudhary, the senior minister of Nitish Kumar's cabinet, and Nitish Kumar, supposedly a good friend, he just said no. He also gave certificate to the Election Commission. Everything is fair and fine, nothing wrong in it, and all the genuine voters, their names will not be deleted. This is what he said. So this is the official stand as I see today by the JDU. There are rumblings in the JDU, like Girdhari said, like Sanjeev said, like other many people have said. Maybe after some time you will find others speaking against the SIR. Maybe tomorrow you will find some others, JDU leaders, senior leaders speaking against SIR. But so far, only these two kind of statements have come. Nothing. So this is the official stand of the JDU, that no, everything is fine and things are going in the right direction, and let's go to the election with this. So this is the official stand. Nothing
right.
changes.
Right. Yeah. So for now on SIR, it seems like a deadlock. Election Commission won't step back. Courts, we do not know. India Bloc parties, they are protesting, but they are in a bind whether to boycott elections or not. So Javed, how complicated the situation according to you is politically? SIR is almost like a turning point just before Bihar elections. What if it changes the landscape of the national politics as well? Because it will trickle down at the end of the day to all other states. So how do you think will the India parties now calibrate themselves, or how will they position themselves now?
Look, it's a difficult question for me to answer because the India Bloc itself doesn't know how to answer, how to respond to this. They are still
Yes.
mulling. They are still trying to put their heads together, because it's a really peculiar situation, unprecedented. In Maharashtra, there's a surge of 80 lakh voters. In Bihar, there's a threat that there will be a deduction or reduction of a similar amount. So, God knows what is happening. The whole, it will upset the entire political calculus of, political parties make their calculations on vote percentages, on caste, on religion, and all these lines, And now, once this large number of voters their names are deleted from the list, this will, everything will be turned upside down. And therefore, between boycotting and between not doing anything, I'm sure there must be something that they can do. What exactly, I am also not in a position, but certainly they should, maybe some of all the top leaders should, who knows, maybe sit on a fast unto death or something, do something really dramatic and drastic that will force the Election Commission's hand.
Absolutely.
And by extension, the government's hand, because it is at the government's instance that they're doing what they are.
Right. Absolutely. So a lot of uncertainty there as far as SIR is concerned. Election Commission again has raised questions on the people who are asking questions, despite all the exposés which have happened on the ground, despite the glaring irregularities. The stance of Election Commission continues to remain the same, that we have not gone wrong and the SIR is mandatory and it should be exercised. That's what the stand is. So we'll have to wait and watch how things unfold and how opposition ups the ante on this particular issue. And as Javed pointed out, that it's a critical call which the India Alliance parties will have to take, because a lot of it depends as far as their future is concerned. Thank you so much, Javed and Ashok. Thank you very much for joining.